So now I'm thinking like, boom, shooting in the head, and his head just cracked open, and his brain just like. Yellow tape around his body. I found my first gun when I was 9.
There's something I gotta show you. This is Jamel Demons, notoriously known as YNW Melly. He's about 30 minutes late to YNW Juvy's funeral, Melly's close friend since elementary school.
Man, get my day on, right?
What? So then when I walk in the kindergarten room, I see him, then he just started smiling and dancing, so it just made me happy. Now I want to be here. Every day now I want to be here just because he's here.
And instead of mourning his friend who lost his life in an apparent drive-by, he's laughing on IG Live about some lousy designer glasses.
What's going on, Slap? On the way to the funeral. No, I should go.
Let me see them glasses, big bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I had to call you big bro today. This okay.
Maybe I'm being too harsh. Melly probably deserved to have a smile on his face after the slaying of 2 of his friends. So, about a week later, he's all blacked out again, running late to another funeral. This time, it's YNW Sack Chaser's funeral, their second victim in that apparent drive-by. And on his way there, he hops on IG Live with Lil Durk, and Melly ended up laughing so hard, he decided not to attend Sack Chaser's funeral at all.
What you want, gang?
Man, I'm in Florida. I'm finna motherfucking go to my dog funeral.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know.
Man, keep y'all head up. Hey, you hear me?
Yeah.
You talking about, I never seen snow.
What you said?
So I never say snow. I be trying to get out that shit, you hear me?
Hey, I was turned though, I swear to God. I swear to God.
I ain't gonna lie, your show's been going crazy.
And after missing Sack Chaser's funeral, all their Instagram lives, massive shopping sprees with YNW Portland, people were starting to question Melly's behavior. And when the police announced that Melly was the key suspect in Sack and Juvy's demise, a full-on war erupted in Gifford, Melly's hometown, between 2 camps, those who believe Melly pulled the trigger and those who believe he's innocent. It got so bad that Portland's father was shot by YNW Juvy's best friend. I'm going to break all of this down and tell you how 2 Snapchat messages sent by YNW Melly to his girlfriend Amara J could see him end up in death row. October 2018, South Florida. 1 week before the slaying of Sack Chaser and Juvy, the YNW crew are renting a spot in Miramar. From the outside looking in, this is a group of friends making it big in the rap game and made it out of a crime-ridden community in Gifford. But if you took a closer look, there's tension building up and the lid is about to pop off, and the whole feud is over a girl.
This matches up with something Melly's dad told us.
He wanted free time and time to be able to like do things with the girl that he was with, and Sack Chaser, he was the one that was like refusing to like give Melly that space. And Melly didn't mind him being there, but it was just that he still needed like some peace of mind, and he could never get it.
Now bear in mind, Sack Chaser had a problem with Melly's mother Jenna over who should be managing Melly's rap career, and I'm sure most of y'all have seen this video.
Show me text messages from Sack Chaser threatening all her friends and all these people like he's about this life. But I'm saying like, who the fuck you ever robbed? Who the fuck you ever shot at? What the fuck you ever did? If you don't sit your ass down and don't ever come for me, because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play them type of games.
It was clear as daylight that Melly was the leader of the crew from a financial standpoint, and after so much tension had built up in the crew, Melly had to assert his dominance physically. So he challenges his longtime friend Sack Chaser to a fight, and bear in mind, this is in front of the whole YNW crew and Melly's girlfriend, Amara J.
So when Melly came through the house, that's what it was. Everybody just fought it out.
Feel me? Him and Sack go to arguing. Sack just pop that boy. They go to fade. Feel me? Sack knock the goals out of his mind. You feel me? In front of his girl. You feel me?
Sack hit him one time. Like, he slapped him. He slapped him in the face.
You guys saw that?
Yeah, we was there in the house in Miramar.
So, about a week later, everybody's crammed inside the New Era recording studio. It's good vibes all around, blunt, lean, and a group of rappers laying vocals down to hard banging beats. Sack Chaser might have won the battle in Myanmar, but Melvin had a score to settle, and since fists had failed him a week ago, he had something more lethal tucked inside his black Gucci bag.
Well, Melvin, I only let him out at nighttime. and I need to stop doing that. Like, when the night hits, he really come. And it's like, Melvin is just like, once you play with Melly to a certain extent, Melvin just don't like that. Melvin on your ass.
The four leave the studio at 3:20 a.m. Portland is driving a grey Jeep Compass. Sack Chaser rides shotgun with Juvie occupying the right back seat and Melly on the left back seat. Dontavius Withers is driving a red Mitsubishi behind Portland. He's also a rapper living with the YNW gang in Myanmar. Remember his name, it'll pop up again. So, prior to all this, Melly bought Portland an iPhone 10, which means their cell phone records are intertwined. Here's a minute-by-minute breakdown of what investigators believe happened in the early hours of October 26, 2018. At 4:46 a.m., Portland drives past the Sunset Lake apartments, and 3 minutes later, at 3:49, Withers checks in with the security guards and enters the estate. Portland drives the three friends westbound until they reach a deserted US 27 highway on Pembroke Road, and the car comes to a halt. Melly pulls a 40 out of his black Gucci bag and unloads 2 rounds on YNW Sack Chaser, first hitting his neck and his torso, with the neck shot being fatal. And only then would he turn to YNW Juvie and unloads 3 rounds into him, with the headshot unloaded from 3 centimeters away being the fatal blow.
You know, I got Sack Chaser right here, that's my brother, that's my twin.
Okay.
And I got Juvie.
Juvie?
Yeah, my brother.
Just a lot of your friends who passed?
Yeah. Nah, them my niggas right there.
Oh, okay.
My brother's right there.
My bad. I wouldn't get none of my friends tattooed on my face until they died.
Yeah,
I'm not a good friend like you are, apparently.
It's 4:06 a.m. Melly's in a quiet, eerie, deserted ditch with blood all over his clothes. YNW Portland is still in the driver's seat with 2 men he used to call friends sitting there lifeless inside the Jeep Compass. There isn't time to dwell on what dark melody he could cook up after the heinous crime he did. No, Melly needs a story that could deceive the police from finding out what actually happened that morning. So he pulls his iPhone out and FaceTimes his mother and girlfriend and tells them he and his friends had been victims to a drive-by shooting on Myanmar Parkway and that Sack Chaser and Juvie had passed away. After the call, he pulls that 40 out once more and fires 8 shots on the right side of the vehicle and another 8 through the back window. Melly then gets back into the car, and at 4:25 a.m., the car makes a U-turn and Portland drives around Myanmar as he takes instructions from Melly on what to do next. It's at this moment where they get their story straight and Melly promises Portland fame, fortune, and a rap career if he stays solid and deals with the police once he arrives at the hospital. Melly leaves the car at 4:32 a.m. where he calls Dontavius Withers to pick him up and take him back to the Sunset Lake apartments. And at 4:35 a.m. Portland arrives at Memorial Hospital with 2 men suffering from headshot wounds, and the police arrive immediately, and Portland has one mission: deal with the police for Melly's sake. And he did just that.
Here's the hard part where we're having a hard time to understand is that we shut down that entire area and we had officers shoulder to shoulder walk it out. They didn't find as much as 1 shell casing. They didn't find 1 piece of glass. Nothing. Nothing to what you said adds up. And it's hard.
For real? Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that's like...
I mean, for whatever reason, your 2 friends died. Are these your good friends?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These my... Like,
these your 2, I'm assuming, close friends.
Yeah, we got...
And you're doing them an inservice by not telling us the truth.
I'm telling you the truth, sir. I don't, like, how... What do you want?
How do you make shell casings disappear?
I don't know. How can I tell you about a shell case and I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit, and you telling me you telling me about shit? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit.
As Melly walks into the apartment with Withers, he puts on his best impression of a distraught friend grieving the loss of his 2 friends. But eventually, Melly would start panicking, and as Portland leaves the presence of the police at Memorial Hospital, he rushes back to Melly, worried about the potential of the police finding evidence to indict them. They realize they need to find something they threw out the window back on Pembroke Road, the murder weapon. So, Melly calls Track, the face behind 100K Records, and King Von, former manager. Track gets to Myanmar quickly, and remember, this is all going down literally minutes after Juvie and Sack Chaser were pronounced dead at the hospital. So, Track grabs Melly, Portland, and Jacoby Mills, who prosecutors will present as a key witness in this trial. And the four-men ride to Pembroke Road, flashlights are exposed, and they look for a bloody 40 used in the slaying. After Jacoby found it, Track promised Melly the 40 would vanish from the face of the earth. And after Jacoby snitched, the police would rush judges to get a search warrant, prepare heavily armed men, and raid Track's house in search for the 40 caliber used in the infamous October morning. But to no avail. The police even threatened to deport Track back to Haiti if he didn't start talking. But unlike Jacoby, Track wouldn't squeal.
Legal action taken against you, but in fact, they actually tried to deport you back to Haiti, right?
They actually had me on immigration hold for a couple months. Came multiple times with nothing with immigration, just strictly about the case. Some could say it's to squeeze, some could say it's to get information from a honor and invited citizen, whichever way they wanna propel it. But yes, I did get detained in immigration hold, and my freedom was at risk.
And 2 weeks later, when Melly thought he would go scot-free, he carelessly replies to a text message sent by Amaro J on Snapchat in regards to his fortified relationship with Portland. This guy saved my life. He coming everywhere with me, because if them crackers come grab him, it's my fault you forgot. I keep Portland cause at the end of the day, he did one of the realest in my life.